Alrighty then, look at this. Can your case do this? Well, if you decide to get this one, then you could do this. Welcome guys, and this is the CH370. It's the DeepCool's latest case. It's a little micro ATX case, but it can fit beefy hardware inside. Let's check it out after the message from our sponsor. Looking for affordable Windows or Office keys? Look no further, I got you covered. Head over to scdkey.com, pick your Windows edition, use my discount code LE25 to get a 25% on any Windows or Office products. Once you complete your order, after a few seconds you will receive your code. In Windows, go to Settings, there should be an Activate Windows prompt at the bottom. Click that, enter your code and wait for Windows to finish activation. To check the activation status, use the command prompt with the command slmgr.vbs/xpr and you should receive a notification that the machine is permanently activated. Once again, use code LE25 at scdkey.com. Okay, let me clarify something right in the beginning. As I said, this is the micro ATX case, meaning it can only fit motherboard sizes up to micro ATX. No ATX, I mean the regular size board, so please avoid those questions as it's pointless to ask if it's already said in the video. Okay, thanks. First thing, dimensions 413 by 215 by 431 and it's a 5.3 kilograms heavy. Let's start from the front of the case. A complete mesh front with a large square pattern with this not yet seen thing. There is a tab in the bottom that when you pull it kind of becomes like a more ventilated case. You can see these gray lines and the other position is like a crossed pattern. The panel is easy to remove and you can see more clearly how this ventilated thing is working and that there is also a dust filter included. Which is not easily removable by the way unless unscrewed from the panel. I believe that all the dust will be blocked in the front anyway, so this should not be a big issue, but maybe in like several months it would be nice to clean this, so you need to take it apart then. The panel is additionally perforated on both sides for maximum air intake. And yes, you are correct, this case comes without front fans. This is completely left to the user to decide what to use here. In terms of support here in the front, you can install 3 120mm fans or 2 140mm fans or up to a 360mm radiator. Oh, and this HDD caddy can be removed if you installed an AIO here. I'll show you this once we get to the back of the case. Possibly the coolest thing about this particular case is the hidden headphone hanger on top corner. Just push this little button and hang your pair of favorite cans here. Before we move to the interior, this is a 4mm tempered glass on the side. It's magnetically held in place with a latch on the back, which you can just pull to open this, and you can additionally secure it, the panel, with adding a screw at the back. The interior of this case has all the things a case should have, and despite being just a micro ATX case, you can fit awesome stuff inside. Cable cutouts are all in the correct spots without rubber grommets though. But this is a cost savings, I guess. The large cutout at the back of the motherboard tray is there for the easier CPU cooler mounting. Big gap in front so you can fit an AIO in push-pull config and you get around 90mm of space here. So it's plenty enough. There is also a GPU anti-sag thingy, the GPU holder, good one, sturdy and also padded with a soft material not to damage your GPU. Also it is height adjustable. Maximum GPU length is up to 320mm and CPU cooler size up to 165mm. Okay, here is another great thing this case has, which is not just an aesthetic thing or a gimmick. It's a perforated PSU shroud, nothing new, but this one has a support to mount two 120mm fans here. Why is this not a gimmick? Because the back panel is also perforated in the bottom section, so these fans could intake fresh air much better and supply it directly to the GPU. At the back there is one pre-installed fan. This is 120mm fan in size and this is also the largest supported size on the back of this case. Of course it has a sliding rail so it can be moved up or down if needed. Other than that, the back side is plain and regular, IO shield cutout, fan rails can be better seen from this angle. It has 4 PCI slots and you can notice that the PSU is mounted from the inside of the case. Moving to the top of the case, magnetic fine mesh. You know that I'm not a big fan of these, simply because of the looks. There are better solutions, so I hope DeepCool will implement them in future releases of their cases. But once removed, there are these large air holes here, and also a place for either two 120mm fans or two 140mm fans, or up to 280 size for the radiators. The front I/O panel is located closer to the right edge of the case, and it's including a large power button, two USB 3.0 ports with a combo headphone mic jack between them, a big reset button, and a little HDD drive activity LED closer to it. Alright, let's move to the back of the case, I mean to the right side of the case. Rear panel is held in place by captive thumb screws, it's a good thing, and you can see that a perforated bottom area with an integrated dust filter here. This is for those two fans in the bottom of the PSU shroud that you can add for the better airflow. Since this is a smaller case, I wanted to show you the back side with all the cables in place, so you can see that it's possible to have them all nicely hidden here, because the zip tie points are present all over the case. Those help a lot for this neater cable organization. You can see that there are two screws here for the GPU anti-sag bracket, so it's adjustable from the back side of the case. We have a place for two SSD drives, one at the top left corner or above the PSU. The drive support does not end here. The drive cage in the bottom can accommodate two 3.5-inch drives, or one 3.5-inch and one 2.5-inch drive at the same time. The same can be removed and repositioned closer or further from the front. If you want more space to hide PSU cables, you can completely remove the cage like I did. The bottom of the case reveals the screws for that drive cage and also a dust filter for the PSU, which is that plain old mesh. Considering the price point, this was expected. It does the job, but pain in you know where to get it back here. So here are some pros and cons that you should be aware of. This is what I noticed. Price is a pro. This case is only $59.99 and for the price it surely brings a lot of value. You can put 8 fans in this case, even being just a micro ATX case. You can fit 8 fans. 3 in the front, 2 at the top and 2 at the bottom and 1 in the back, so this is a huge plus, so you can have a high airflow machine. Maybe you like the micro ATX builds, I sure do, they are cute, and you can put beefy hardware inside, unlike with ITX cases which are much more limited. Even if you put a TIC 3 Plus slot GPU, you can still mount 2 fans at the bottom. The headphone hanger is something completely unusual and actually useful. Another major positive thing is cooling. The case is so airy and will keep your components cool at any point. For example, I used a GPU here that is known to be hot even without bottom fans installed. It was below 70 at max. With bottom fans, it managed to reduce the max GPU temps by 2 degrees. It's not much, but it is good in the long run as the heat will escape the case much quicker. The CPU cooling was not an issue. AK400 Zero Dark with 2 coolers used in this build managed to keep the CPU below 50 degrees at all times. So thermally this is an exceptional case. So cons. First, I did not get a white case. It looks much better than this black one. It's a personal preference, not a con, but it's more of that panda style, not a full white, so be aware of that. So now you know that it comes in 2 color variants. Another thing is that there are no rubber grommets. I get it that at this price point something had to be sacrificed, but come on, it's much better with them. There is no USB-C port on the front I/O panel. It's 2023, this is a standard now. It doesn't matter which price point the case is, it's a standard now. I did mention the top mesh dust filter. Those need to vanish from the market. Something like a removable perforated top panel is a much better option. Plus it would be cost effective as it's already a part of the case, just put holes in it and be done. It's not an additional cost. It also comes with 1 fan only, but considering that you can put 8 fans in this case, in total this was left for the user to decide, and I respect that decision by DeepCool. So all in all, this is a highly capable case for some tiny micro ATX gaming builds. Tiny but mighty, as you can put beefy components inside and don't worry about cooling. Giving it a highly recommended award. Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss my future videos. See you in the next one.